Okay.
Okay.
Right, so here's the first question from Andy Flynn, Stevie.
Right.
You were running for senator.
Yeah.
What are your views on gay marriage?
My views on gay marriage, it depends on the circumstances, and it also depends if it's not going to be abused. And in some cases, look, let's face it, live and let live. People can do as they wish. I've got nothing against gay people. I've got nothing against LBTs or anything whatsoever, as long as it doesn't affect me personally, because I'm not homophobic or anything like that. But as long as, you know, they understand and respect that I'm heterosexual, that's fine with me.
Okay, thank you, Stevie. Now, the second question is from Connor, and Connor would like to know, what would you like to see take over the old BHS shop?
Well, Connor, I tell you what, now this is interesting. What they've got in there is ridiculous. I mean, they put a high-class shop in there which not many people can afford. I would actually like to see something more along the lines of something that everybody can afford. Maybe split that up into entrepreneurs. There's a lot of them on the island, and that would give them a good opportunity to get their businesses off the ground well and truly.
Connor says that he thinks an ice cream parlour would be a real possibility.
I know he mentioned that, and that would actually be a very good idea, because it's sort of one of the things that I did when I was at the at Fort Regent doing the Crazy Golf. Yes, I worked one of those Italian ice cream machines, and I cleaned it and everything, just like the Italians do. It may be a good idea, it might work, but there again, tastes, there again, people are talking about obesity, people are talking about all sorts of things. I mean, what's good, what's bad? It's very, very difficult to say on this one, Connor. But it's, you know, you put it on the table and we'll see what we can do with it. I mean, I'm all for talking to people about what they want to see in this island and what makes them happy, and that's what this is about.
And then Colin Walsh, as a follow-up question,
Yeah.
would like to know, what's your favourite flavour of ice cream?
My favourite of ice cream is strawberry, Colin.
Oh, he's not going to be pleased with that. He likes raspberry ripple himself.
Well, I like, you know, I haven't really got a flavour as such. I mean, I eat Neapolitan, I eat raspberry ripple, I like all sorts of flavours. Orange sorbet, all sorts. You know, so there really isn't a preference.
And then we've got a question from Trevor Richholm.
Yeah.
Please, nothing is telling Trevor that you can take on OZF and the rest of the government.
Really? Actually, you're wrong, Trevor. Completely wrong. You're dealing with somebody who, number one, is not a yes man, not a lapdog, and will take on the Council of Ministers, and they're pretty scared about it. I think if I get elected, the chief officers will be leaving quickly because they don't want to take me on.
And then the discussion continued for a bit, and Trevor and Gary Draylow,
Oh yeah.
he said, we already voted in 2 stars,
Yeah.
Murray Norton and Peter McClinton,
Mm-hmm.
and what have they done for us?
Yeah.
Trevor adds, they've done absolutely nothing.
That's right. And what have I done?
What's to say that Stevie Ocean won't just be the same?
Stevie Ocean has done more than what they've done put together. No disrespect to them. I've already been in touch with Google. I've had the UK removed off of the islands as far as that is concerned.
Well, can we just explain that to the people,
Let
Stevie?
me explain to you.
What?
On Google Maps, there was the following. There was the UK on all the islands.
So
the
you
Channel
mean
Islands.
where it said Jersey, afterwards it had it in brackets
It
UK?
had the UK, and I've had that removed. And the 2 reasons were quite simple. One, as a possible and a potential terrorist target, and secondly, for the ignorant, using us as a backdoor to the UK.
So basically, because obviously the Channel Islands aren't part of the UK, are
That's
they?
right. They're not.
So
They're
that
part of the
was
British Isles.
an error on Google's part.
It's not an error on Google's part. There's a lot of confusion about who's in what with and everything else. But I've put them straight on that, and it wasn't as I put in my 500 words. It wasn't as pleasant as that. In fact, I had to bully them and threaten them. But it worked. 2 days later, I got an email to say it had been done. That's the first part I've done. I'm a man of action. Wait until you see what I have to say at St Helier Hustings. Then you'll know a man of action and a man of his word and a man of the people.
And
far beyond anything that anybody else has done. And it's for the benefit of Jersey and the rest of the Channel Islands. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
And obviously that does have that could have had serious security implications.
Absolutely.
Because people from from all around the world wouldn't have known that Jersey's not part of the UK.
That's right.
Without that change being made. So
that's right.
It is in the big scale of things only a very little change, but it can have far-reaching consequences for the islands.
On the island and our other islands as well.
Yes, and people should. Well, it's good that people can understand that, Stevie.
People should appreciate that.
Many people are getting confused about that.
Why? In what respect?
Well, some of them are deliberately misunderstanding what you're saying. Right. And just saying that actually the UK's not on Google. They've taken
No. The UK. I haven't touched the UK at all. I've actually removed the letters, I should say, UK from Jersey, Guernsey, and all the other islands. That was making us potential target. That was making us a potential possibility of a backdoor to the UK. And furthermore, I'm going to tell you something else that I'm going to do. The Iranian that put on the show with the crutches, you do not reward anybody for coming to this island illegally. I've actually got somebody at the moment in the UK filming this man, and when I've got the evidence, I will put it under the nose of the council of ministers and say, look, you've been hoodwinked yet again, and I want that revoked. Nobody gets into this island illegally under any circumstances.
Thank you, Stevie. Thanks for clearing that up for us.
Pleasure.
And now we're still working our way down the questions, and this one's from Gian Vedovati. It's a great place to live.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say that it's a great place for millionaires to come to live, and do we need more?
It's not a question of that. They're the backbone. It's like bread and butter with the finance industry. You know, I've said this to many of my friends, and I'm not name dropping. Holly Willoughby was going to leave this morning, and I said, you don't give up your bread and butter, and we can't afford to do that either. We can't afford to do these things. Yes, millionaires are welcome here, but you come to this island, you work. Nobody is a slacker, and nobody sits back on their backside and does nothing.
Now we've got a question from Alex Truscott.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know where he can get a poster from. So do you want to tell him where there's 6 prizes, I believe, Stevie?
Yes, there are 6 prizes at the karaoke night. If you'd like to come along, from 7:30 onwards, I'll be there. And there's going to be a competition. The first prize is a T-shirt with my campaign poster on the front of it. And there are 6 runner-up prizes of posters, and I'm going to sign all of them.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I'm sure Alex will be there trying to get one of those.